How's it going, Jack Tackers, and welcome back to another video for you guys. Today I'm going to be doing my review for Succession Season 4, Episode 4, which was titled Honeymoon States. Now, coming off of the events of the last episode, I was really looking forward to this one, obviously, with Logan's death and kind of reeling with the aftermath of all that. And that's basically what this episode is. I mean, right off the bat in the cold opening, we see Kendall, Roman, and Shiv's kind of reactions and them kind of still processing what has just happened. And oof, it was just hard to watch, to be honest, especially Kendall's reaction. You could just tell he was crying all night. And then it was kind of depressing. But also in the cold opening, we find out Shiv is pregnant. And 3 months along, it seems. And because it was like 20 weeks, I think it said. Pretty crazy. Now, I'm assuming it's Tom's. It might not be, but I'm still going to assume it is. Either way, it would be pretty dramatic. I mean, if it was not Tom's, and if it was him, his baby, either way, I think it'd be pretty intense, just because, well, obviously Shiv's not with Tom at the moment. But yeah, that was pretty surprising. I was not expecting that to kind of be dropped in the episode. But, well, I mean, we'll see, man, how that goes. She hasn't told anyone about it yet. But yeah, pretty interesting stuff. Anyway, they just start kind of having this get-together at Logan's house, and everyone's there. We got to see Greg and the new Gen Roys kind of interact. And yeah, Roman is not here for it. He does not really want Greg's company at the moment. That was pretty funny. And then also we see Marcia in this episode as well, which is pretty cool. And Connor wants Logan's house, basically. And then Marcia says that she'll sell it for like 60, 70 million. And then Connor says 63 million? And I guess Marcia was down with it. And now Connor is going to get Logan's house, I guess. And yeah, it was pretty funny seeing Willa kind of walking around and being like, "Oh, we need to fix this, or we need to make sure the walls are intact," or whatever she said. It was funny. And it's like, your dad's not even really buried yet, and you're just like gonna get his house. It was pretty comedic. But basically, we kind of find out in this episode, it's a big episode, because we kind of find out who is going to be the successor. The age-old question of this show. Granted, of course, we still have 4 or 6 episodes left. We're only on episode 4. We have a lot of story that still needs to be unraveled. But they find this document, Carl, Frank, and Jerry, in one of Logan's safes. And it says Kendall's name on it. Logan wants Kendall to be the CEO, to run the company. And they kind of, okay, there's already been a lot of theories going on about this. If whether or not Jerry and Frank and Carl, they're all, if that paper that they came across, they exchanged it for a different one, or they were the one that made the mark, the underline or the crossed out mark on the paper. And they're wondering, a lot of people online are wondering if they're kind of like the puppet masters right now. And they're wondering if they're kind of doing this on purpose, and then that paper might not actually be real. And that's pretty interesting, I got to tell you right now. And I'll tell you, whoever drew the underline or crossed out, because I can't honestly tell if it was underlined or crossed out. Of course, Kendall comes to the conclusion that it was crossed out, but as of now, I can't really decipher if it was underlined or crossed out. And so whoever actually made that mark, brilliant, because I can't tell, and it's pretty crazy. But yeah, a lot of people are thinking that Jerry and them are doing this on purpose and maybe made that mark or something, or who knows, to kind of mess things up between the new Gen Roys and separate them and cause animosity between them, because then they will be able to kind of run the company instead of them. But they end up coming to the conclusion that Kendall and Roman are going to run the company. And Shiv's kind of not really a part of it. I mean, they say it's just kind of like a front that Kendall and Roman are going to run the company, but Shiv's still going to be very much in the know of things. we'll see. And Shiv's pissed. She, when she fell in this episode, oh my gosh, I was like, I was scared for a moment. I don't know what was going to happen. I was expecting anything after the events of the previous episodes. So I was like, oh my God, is she hurt? But no, it was just kind of an awkward scene, to be honest, after she just yelled at Stewie. And it was cool to see Stewie in the episode as well, kind of comforting Kendall in that one scene for that brief moment. But yeah, Kendall and Roman, they are going to be at the top of the food chain, so to speak. It's pretty interesting, I got to tell you. And the episode kind of ends on a little bit of a cliffhanger. Kendall basically goes behind Roman's back and tells Hugo to kind of go out with the mean statements of Logan and kind of, do that angle with the abuse and some of the things that Logan has done that aren't too kind, obviously, especially with Connor's mother and all that. And I don't think Roman wanted to do that, but Kendall just tells Hugo to go down that route, and it's pretty interesting stuff. There's that infamous quote back in season 2, I believe, when Logan's like, "You're not a killer." Now, Kendall, he's stepping up. Although this isn't going to end well, of course. Again, 6 episodes left. None of this is going to end well. And whether or not this document that, Frank and Jerry and all of them have was legitimate. But because there was that whole, they kind of talked about it when they first found it. If it, magically got flushed down the toilet or whatever they said. And maybe they made a new one or something like that. I don't know how that would have happened or something. They messed with it. It's very interesting, though. All those theories I've already seen. But yeah, fantastic episode overall. I really enjoyed it. It was a good kind of, I don't want to say breath of fresh air, but it was a bit, calmer episode compared to last week's. But it was still very exciting. And I cannot wait to see the rest of this season and how it unfolds. Because so far it's been amazing. And I've been loving it. And I just love this show. But let me hear your thoughts on the episode down in the comments below. What do you guys think is going on? And how do you think this is all going to play out with Kendall and Roman running the company? Probably not going to last long. But yeah. And also Shiv's pregnant. Can you believe it? But yeah, post your thoughts and comments down below. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Check out my Twitter and Letterboxd down in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.